Welcome back to the Smash Brew Brew Day. This is day 4 since I pitched the yeast. So we're just going to do a gravity check, see where we're at. It's starting to slow down. I think it's getting pretty close to finished at the moment. Got a sample drawn off, as you can see. So just going to go take that into the brewery. Just going to give it a gravity check, give it a little taste, have a look at the colour, etc, etc, and see how it's getting on. But first impressions are, it's looking really good. So here we are in the brewery. I'm going to do the gravity check, but the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to degas the beer so I'll get a more accurate reading of the gravity. And the way I'm going to do that, easiest way, I'm sure some of you know how to do this, I'm going to tip it all into that jug, both what's in the glass and in the tube, and then I'm going to swish it between the glass and the jug a few times, and that should help knock some of the gas out of it, and then I'll do the gravity reading. So just degas the beer, and looking at that, I reckon it's about 10, 11, 10, 12. So we started at 10:53, target was 10:10. This is the 4th day. The yeast was estimated to be sort of 3 to 4 days time. So by the time I've got the temperature down on this, cold crashed it in the fermentation chamber, I reckon we'll be just about hitting 10:10, because it'll take a few hours, maybe 4 or 5 hours for the fermentation chamber to get down to cold crash temp. I'm going to take it down to about 2-3 degrees. We'll cold crash it and we'll come back in a bit and have a look at it. In the meantime, I'm going to put this in a glass, have a look at the clarity. I expect it to be a bit cloudy. There's still got a bit of yeast protein in there. It'll clear up when it cold crashes. But let's have a look at it. Let's have a cheeky little taste, a bit of a smell, and see what we think. Here it is. So what do I think of it? Well, the aroma's there, the mosaic's coming through. It's not overly powering. Still got a bit of protein and yeast to settle out of there, which will go in the cold crush, I'm pretty sure. Colour's good, what I was looking for. The aroma's good. It's not too bitter. Not quite sure about the mouthfeel yet. I'm going to have to wait until it finishes properly. Seems a little thin. The malt's coming through. I'm picking that up, which is good. So, and there's still a bit of yeast in there, but it's by the time it's cleared itself in the cold crash, and the rest of the yeast has worked itself off. I think that'll disappear and dissipate into the background. So I'm not expecting that to be prominent in this. In fact, from what I know about it, it's a fairly neutral yeast anyway. It might impart a little bit of fruity mango, pineapple type flavours in, but I don't think it's going to be overpowering above and beyond the mosaic. I think the idea is it's a smash beer and it's a mosaic that should come through. Let's wait and see. We'll get this started on cold crash. I'm not going to dry hop it. I'm just going to leave it as it is. It was always intended to be single malt, single hop, no dry hop, no whirlpool, just a hop stand, and see where we end up. The aim is to make a nice sort of 5-ish, 5.5% easy drinking, 5.5% easy drinking summer ale. Let's see what happens when we come back to it in a couple of days after it's cold crashed for a bit. So I'll see you in a bit. Bye bye.